Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope you're doing well and welcome to your weekly forecast reading with Spirit for the week of October 22nd to October 28th. Today I'm going to be channeling some messages to you directly from the spirit realm, directly from your spirit guides, in hopes of giving you some messages of love, light, healing, connection, compassion, all those beautiful things, and for something for you to focus on this week with regards to your own intuition, your own spirituality, or your connection to your own guides. So if you feel drawn to listen to the entirety of this message, it's definitely for you. If you feel drawn to skip through parts of the message or pass it by completely, then this message may not be for you. The idea and my intention is always that this message will reach exactly who it needs to when they're fully able and ready to receive it. All right, so before we dive in, I just want to let you know that I am now only posting these weekly forecast readings with Spirit either on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, or in my private membership community, the Lightworkers Refuge. Okay, so thank you so much. I just want to let you know that that's what's happening. There's a little bit of a shift happening, and there'll be more to come on that. But this is where you can find the replay. All right, so let's dive in and see what Spirit would like to share with us for this upcoming week. Okay, so the first message that's coming in from Spirit is saying, don't underestimate yourself, rather. Okay, so don't underestimate yourself. They're saying that so often we are totally discounting and like devaluing ourselves, that we're not being honest with ourselves about our capabilities, our gifts, our abilities, our talents, our skills. And what they're saying is that this is really a time to like own them, to really like step up, step into them, step into your authority, especially for the light workers. Like this is the time to own your gifts, okay? And to share them with the world. This is not the time to be beat down by your own kind of shadow self, your ego self. This is not the time to be kind of beat down by the collective consciousness, the world stage, the dark energy that's kind of infiltrating and penetrating through so much of our energy fields at this time. And although it's very important to be gentle and forgiving and flexible and very compassionate with yourself, it's also a time to step into the knowing of who you are and what you're capable of. So this is the time to like, don't underestimate your capabilities. Don't underestimate who you are. Don't underestimate the talents and the gifts and the capabilities that you are born with and that you came here with, okay? They're saying this is not the time to back down. This is the time to step up into the light, step up into the power, step up into what you know in your heart is true about you and about the world around you, and what we are all available for, okay? And that what we can all be open to, what we can all experience and receive. So they're really guiding us to focus on this energy of transmutation from dark to light. Do not allow yourself to get into that hole, okay? Do not allow yourself to stay down and be beat down. Allow yourself only to respond to that which allows you to open and grow and bloom into what you know that you are meant to be. This is where light workers will shine the most, is in these times of adversity and darkness and heaviness, okay, and like this shadow casting across the world. This is the time for the light workers to literally work their light, okay? So in order for us to combat so much of this darkness that we're feeling within ourselves and in the world around us, we need to step it up. So do not underestimate yourself, okay? So this is your little pep talk from Spirit this week. on just getting into the energy of the warrior spirit, okay, the light warrior. This is the time to step it up, because we all know that this is a challenging time, not only for us individually, right, and astrologically, but also on the world stage, on the global scale. So this is the time to step it up, okay? Work your light. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we're also getting the tiger, okay? The tiger spirit, which is very fitting to our first message there. So the next message coming in is obviously always complementary to the rest, but what they're saying here is allow yourself to focus on clearing and processing. Clearing, processing, recalibrating, okay? So please do not feel guilt, shame, embarrassment, or any other self-deprecating emotions around allowing yourself to process. As light workers, we are all going to process the energy in our own lives and on the collective and global scale at the same time in a different way. So what do you need to do for yourself? Okay, what is your way of processing and recalibrating? Don't feel shame around that, okay? Do not assign negative emotions to the way that you do your light work, to the way that you transmute. Okay, so this is not just talking about your daily life and who you're helping and what you're doing on the local scale, but this is also the global scale as well. Okay, so allow yourself the time, energy, freedom, compassion, self-care, okay, to process, to regulate, to recalibrate, to rethink about things. This is not the time to beat yourself up. This is the time for expansion through emotion, through transmutation, okay? So what is it that is going on in your life, and allow these things to come through and present themselves to you as pieces that are looking and seeking for your light, that are seeking for transmutation. They're not here to beat you down and make you feel worthless. They're here to be transmuted, to be integrated, to be healed, and to be cleared, okay? It's just a reminder of what us light workers do. We want you to zoom out, okay, and to not just look at what you're doing on a daily basis with clients or your friends or family members or your community, but also zoom out to the impact and the power and the capability that you have on a ripple effect, on a global scale, on a grand scale. You're not just working your light at the local scale, you're also working it at the collective and global scale. And so in order to do that, we really need to give ourselves the proper time, energy, availability, flexibility to process, regulate, recalibrate. Okay, this is part of the process. It's not something to beat yourself up over. So if you're finding yourself in particular, like more emotional, you're finding yourself more up and down, you're finding yourself dealing with your inner voice of the ego, of your saboteurs, of your demons, of the voice that is, trying to bring you down through self-sabotage or imposter syndrome. This is not the time to be entertaining those things. It's the time to receive them, hear them, and work with them. And there's a clear difference between being defeated by them and allowing them to overtake you and overpower you, and allowing yourself to receive what's taking place energetically and to work with them to recalibrate, reconfigure, and transmute. Okay, so work with this energy instead of resisting it and using it as an excuse to beat yourself up. Okay, there are gifts on the other side of the processing, clearing, regulating, and recalibrating. There are gifts there for you. So this is a very potent time to use that energy to up level yourself and your light worker game, okay, for the light workers out there, but also in your own personal development. I really hope this is all making sense. And I'm getting the Walrus as well, the Walrus spirit coming in. Okay, and so finally what they're saying here is just to feel the gentleness of your heart. Okay, feel the gentleness of your heart. So in a world right now that is causing you or kind of provoking you to shut down, right? To kind of close yourself off, to create barricades, to create walls, to feel like recluse, and to kind of like hide yourself off from the world. This is the time to lean more and more into the gentle and openness of your heart, the power of your heart. It's not about fighting battles. It's about like sinking into this openness, this gentleness, this embrace. It's about being a bit of a rebel in a time of darkness and harshness and heaviness. How can we use the gentleness and the profound love that comes from our heart center, from the core of who we are, to take care of ourselves, to mother ourselves, to reparent ourselves, and to be that soft spot also for others without sacrificing our own well-being. So how can we continue to lean into the gentleness of our heart, whether we are extending that to ourselves, whether we're extending that to others, our community, our clientele, those around us? How can we lend out the gentleness of our heart even when we feel like we want to shut down and shut out the world because it's just too much, or it's just too overwhelming, or it's just like overstimulating, whatever it is? Whatever your highly sensitive soul, your empathic self, your light worker self is experiencing, default and lean into the gentleness of your heart. Ask the wisdom and gentleness of your heart to let you know what it needs at this time. Okay, this is really important as we are these light warriors, as we are the transmuters, as we are holding these positive healing vibrations and frequencies. We need to lend ourselves the power of the gentleness of the heart center. Okay, so if you receive this, then hold on to it. I know that this can sound floofy to a lot of people. I know that this can sound a little bit out there, but if you get it, you'll get it. Okay, you will understand. So lean into that gentleness of the heart. This isn't about like thinking that leaning into the gentleness and compassion of your heart is going to solve all the problems in the world on your local scale and on the global scale. But it does have a powerful energetic effect. It does have a combative effect to the darkness that you are seeing and sensing around you. Okay, so I really hope that this makes sense. But this is your tool right now. This is your power right now. This is what you have access to right now to help clear and understand and release and forgive and to manage the energies that we are facing personally and on a global scale. Okay, so sending lots of love to you and helping you and sending you the energy to help you remember the power of your heart center. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Spirit, for those beautiful messages. Guys, I really hope that those channeled messages landed with you, that you were able to receive them, that they resonate. If they do, please do leave a comment below, send me a DM, send me an email. Let me know how that felt for you. Really appreciate you being here, listening, supporting, and participating with me in these messages. And I really would like to extend my heart to you at this time. If you are going through anything that is feeling insurmountable at this time, just try and hold on to these messages in this reading, okay? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you have a beautiful, transformative day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.